5 things not to do at an interview in 2025. I came across this post on LinkedIn where someone was saying if you offered food or if you offered tea or coffee at an interview, you shouldn't take it. Those are rules for the 2000s. Right now, if you're offered food, if you're offered a meal, some interviews tend to take place in restaurants. So if you're called for an interview and you're offered food, please take that food. That is what used to happen with the previous generations. But at the moment, if you're offered food at an interview, do not act picky. Do not act like you don't want to take it. Do not act like you're trying to restrict yourself. Number 2, do not act sorry looking at an interview. Don't act like you're sorry, like the employer is doing you a favor. The interview, it should not be a one-way evaluation. It's a two-way evaluation. So it's a conversation between you and the interviewer. As they ask you questions, ask them questions too. Look around, scan around, and be comfortable, have a conversation, try to relate to this person, get to know them, because this person is trying to get their future colleagues. Yeah, so how would they be your colleague if you're sorry looking? You're a man, but then you're seated like you're sorry, you're scared of being in the space and all that. Be yourself in that moment, like enjoy whatever it is that is being offered, create a rapport, have a conversation with this person. They're looking to have you converse with them. Imagine, for example, who is it that you admire? Say Oprah Winfrey, or you admire them from a distance across the screens, and then this one day you get to meet them, they get to have a sit down with you, and then during the conversation they're just like looking at you, they're scared of being around you. Okay, so look at yourself as someone these people need you, and that's why they scanned a number of interviews and then decided to invite you over for the interview. So sit like you belong. Now, desist from complimenting the interviewer, like in a weird way or in a in an intrusive way. I get this a lot. I'm not saying you shouldn't compliment, but sometimes when at the beginning of an interview or during the preliminaries of an interview, you go like, "You're so pretty. What do you want me to do with that information?" If the person interviewing you have certain because in other regions actually it amounts to harassment when you immediately tell someone how they look pretty and all that kind of stuff. So at an interview, if you're giving a compliment, give a compliment to the space, to the business, to the organization. Do not it sounds like an attack when you come to the the HR person, you're like, "You're so pretty." You're giving your power away, and immediately they start looking at you like, so you have to do so much to get out of that thing that you got yourself into. So if you have to give a compliment the organization, not the individual. Save that for when you start working with them. Honest, in this era of research, do not turn up at an interview disinterested. And right now there are people who come with their phones, like when you're talking at the interview, they have their phones for note taking. Well, it could be a thing. You're probably taking notes, but from the interviewer's point of view, you look like you're disinterested. You're on your phone. It looks like you're disinterested. What are you doing on your phone? Okay, maybe you're taking notes. It doesn't look like that. So if you show up with the phone or you are interested in taking notes, just take the old school pen and paper. Okay? Or